Hi, this is my video on why Republicans suck.
You're a jerk.
I know.
You're a jerk.
First of all, they're the ones that got us into the Iraq War, which was a completely unnecessary war, a war that we didn't even need. Like, the people that attacked us, the Taliban, Al-Qaeda, they were in Afghanistan the entire time. I mean, we didn't have to go to Iraq at all. Iraq was completely pointless, and it was getting us off target. You know, I mean, we went to Iraq just for oil revenues, and so that ex-president douchebag Bush could actually get his grandpa's or daddy's revenge, you know? Because, like, honestly, he's such a lying scumbag about over half the shit, and then now we figure out that he was torturing prisoners in Gitmo illegally. You know, I understand they're enemies and everything, but we should still be applying humane forms of torture, because people don't deserve that. Okay, we have to be the bigger country. If we resort to the same practices that terrorists and other bad guys use, then we're just lowering ourselves to that. We're better than that. America's better than that. You know, we're a country that should be like, we should have been a country that respects other people's rights and respects other people. You know, I don't care if they're prisoners or whatnot, okay, because people deserve their rights and people deserve to have a chance, okay? They didn't deserve that type of torture, okay, because that's illegal forms, those are illegal forms of torture. Okay, I get it. They're terrorists and all that crap. You can't do something illegal, okay, without the consent of Congress or anything else, okay, because you're restricted in your powers by the Constitution, so you should follow that. Second, Republicans suck because they deny global warming. Global warming is actually pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious that it exists. It's pretty obvious that it's dangerous. It's pretty obvious that it might be something that could kill us in a couple of years. You know, there are Republicans that say, oh, you know what, it doesn't exist. I mean, there was a congressman, I forgot, I don't know his name exactly. He says, oh, what's so dangerous about CO2 emissions? You know, cows release it every day. Yeah, so do we for that matter, okay? But that's not going to kill us. What's going to kill us are CO2 emissions released by cars, CO2 emissions released by factories, and all that type of garbage. You know, they are denying it, they're denying it partially because they're stupid, but they're also denying it because they don't want to lose revenues. They have corporate interests to protect. You know, they have to protect those corporate interests, otherwise they're not going to get re-elected to office next year, or yeah, in 2010. You know, these Republicans are such self-conscious bastards. Like, they can't do anything else rather than protect their own interests. So there's that. I mean, they're blatantly ignoring it just for their corporate interests and because some of them are stupid, aka Sarah Palin. 3, they actually believe that the healthcare system is working today. Morons, here's a newsflash for you. Okay, it's not working. It's not working. Okay, if it was working, there wouldn't be over 40 million Americans who did not have healthcare today. Okay, it's just that simple. If it was working, we would have everybody covered. Everybody would be covered in a way where they can at least get basic coverage without having to expend over like $5 a year or $5 every hospital visit. You know, the whole idea of pre-existing conditions wouldn't exist. Insurance companies cheating people out of their incomes just so that they can make a profit. You know, that type of stuff wouldn't exist. Okay, the whole idea that there's unnecessary tests that people need to take just so that there could be more red tape in the entire medical process. I mean, that type of stuff is so garbage, and yet Republicans are clearly saying that, you know what, all this is fine, we don't need to do anything about it. You know, I mean, they think it's okay, and then they're dissing Democrats over why our health coverage plan sucks, but they're not the ones proposing any new plans either. They're not doing anything to solve the problem. That's because they also don't know that it exists. Okay, so there's that, and plus they're also ignoring it because they have insurance companies to look at, and they have to protect corporate interests. Okay, there's that. 4th, they believe that the free market is the best economic system for the United States. Okay, I get that we're a whole country based on freedoms and everything, you know, I get that, all that stuff. But the free market cannot go unregulated, Okay, the free market is a free system, but there has to be government intervention when necessary. Okay, you can't just let corporations and other businesses just do whatever the hell they want without having some form of regulation, because if you do that, then we get into something that we're in today, which is the recession, which started a couple years ago. Okay, you have to have some regulation. The government has to intervene when necessary so that problems like this don't occur again. The whole idea that, you know what, we should just let the entire market system handle itself, everything will be okay, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Keynesian economics is the only method that works. If the government doesn't interfere into the market when it's in trouble, how is it going to fix itself? There's just no way it's going to fix itself. There has to be an interjection of some capital or some money. Interest rates have to be bumped up and down, that type of stuff. Republicans are stupid for thinking it's just going to solve itself, because it's not. That's just garbage. Economics doesn't work that way. That's capitalist economics, by the way, as well. Okay, fifth, the whole idea that government shouldn't raise your taxes, that's complete stupidness. Okay, again, this is mainly fueled by their corporate interests that they're defending. Okay, they are defending the corporate interests because it's the super rich that are the Republicans. Mostly it's super rich. Okay, they say all this crap that, oh, you know what, we should keep everybody's taxes low. No, the flat tax doesn't work that way. Because let's say a rich guy is paying 1% of his income, and let's say a poor guy is paying 1% of his income. Or, you know what, not even 1%, let's use 5%. Okay, to a poor guy or to a middle class person, that 5% that's being taken out of his income means much more to him than the 5% the rich guy's having to pay. Granted, they're the same percentage, but it's different amounts of money. Okay, that amount of money, like 20,000 to a poor guy, means more to him than 20,000 does to a rich guy. That's just common sense. It's just that simple. Okay, so the flat tax does not work that way. It just doesn't work. Okay, there should be a progressive tax system where rich people have to pay more, because that's fair. That's fair. If a poor guy, let's say, making 80,000 and he's forced to pay 10,000 in taxes, a rich guy should be forced to pay more than 1/8 of his entire income, because it should affect him the exact same way that it affects the poor guy. You know, that's how it should be. Republicans are stupid. They're trying to brainwash you into thinking that, oh, the flat tax, you know, everybody's equal, all that jumbo jumbo. Okay, don't believe it for a second. Don't believe it at all. It's bad for you. If you believe it, you are basically fooling yourself into thinking what they're thinking. And then you're ruining yourself, because you're going to try to first think that through and persuade yourself that that's the right thing. Whereas rich people should be taxed more because they're the corporate jerks that got us into this mess in the first place. And second, they earn more money than we do, much more money. They earn in the millions and billions, whereas we just earn in the thousands. Some of us not even that much. Okay, so those are my 5 reasons why Republicans suck balls. The reasons why they can kiss my ass. I'm a liberal. John Jacobian, Farhan Ali, that's me. Subscribe to John Jacobian. If I see that there's enough comments for this video, there's enough debate for this video, I will definitely upload another one to retaliate some comments, maybe to address some other issues, but that'll be it for so far. Take care, you guys.